From News Center 4, this is your 24-hour news service.
And good morning. It is 5 minutes before 8 o'clock on this Monday morning, July the 12th. I'm Susan Blake. We're getting more information now on that earthquake that struck Japan just a little while ago. It was actually centered in the Sea of Japan. That's about 500 miles north of Tokyo. The early readings indicate it measured 7.8 on the Richter scale. So far, there have been no reports of damage or injuries. However, there is a tsunami warning for Japan's west coast at this hour. Today is the fourth day of Operation Rescue's so-called City of Refuge campaign. This morning, rescue members are targeting the Sunnyvale Planned Parenthood Clinic and are holding a prayer vigil outside. Both anti-abortion and pro-choice groups are there, as well as police, to make sure the medical clinic remains open. And a 3-week standoff between authorities and a dozen squatters inside a San Francisco federal building has now ended peacefully. Armed with a court order, police and U.S. Marshals have evicted the members of homes, not jails. 3 of them were arrested on outstanding warrants. And Dave Freeman joined us on this Monday morning. He's watching traffic. Hi.
Good morning, Susan. And if you're Cupertino bound in the South Bay, we have an accident that's really got traffic slowing down. It's northbound 280 at the Lawrence Expressway, and traffic's backed up all the way to Bascom Road. It's a left-hand crash, CHP on the scene of that one. In the East Bay, San Ramon, southbound 680 at Acosta Boulevard, a center divide crash. Traffic reported to be backed up about a quarter of a mile or so. Here's the Bay Bridge look. No reported problems, no backup at the toll plaza. Before that, though, eastbound 580 east of the MacArthur Maze onto westbound 580 is an accident and backup. Golden Gate Bridge, let's check that. Solid all the way from Sausalito into the city. No reported problems, just heavy traffic there. And on the San Mateo Bridge, it's a residual backup because of an earlier stall about half an hour ago, westbound direction, but traffic heavy, flowing along smoothly. No report of stalls or accidents right now on the San Mateo Bridge. Susan?
Thanks, Dave. We'll be checking back. But first, let's go to Steve Raleigh in just a moment with the forecast. On stock market this morning, the Dow is trading down about 3 points in its moderate activity. And Steve Raleigh, once again, joining us with the forecast.
Yeah, and a pretty good one, too, Susan. Let's head right outside for this Monday morning. Folks heading off to work or maybe have some time off. Things are looking good. Temperatures in the area right now are generally in the 50s. San Jose at 60 degrees, San Francisco at 56. Here's my forecast for the day. Sunny skies, some partial clearing at the coast. Breezy this afternoon. Mid-60s at the coast, upper 70s at the bay, mid-80s inland. Then for tonight, mostly fair, lows into the 50s. Sort of cooling off, Susan. A couple of degrees as we head through the week.
Steve, thanks. And today's show continues now.
Get a great deal on a new Toyota during July's Jumpin' Sale Days. From News Center 4, this is your 24-hour news service.
And good morning once again. It is now 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. In the East Bay, we'll be getting more information from Antioch police on the murder of 2 children yesterday by their father. Joel Souza barricaded himself inside the family's home for 9 hours before finally killing his 8-year-old son, his 5-year-old daughter, and then turning the gun on himself. Police say he was upset over a separation from his wife. A prayer vigil is underway outside a Sunnyvale Planned Parenthood clinic at this hour as Operation Rescue continues its Cities of Refuge campaign. Along with both abortion rights activists and anti-abortion activists, police are on hand to make sure the activities do not block entrance to that clinic. A couple of notes from Silicon Valley. A little later today, Silicon Graphics is set to unveil what it says is the most advanced and affordable computer workstation available in September for under $5,000. And Apple also saying it is cutting prices up to 34% on some of its most popular products. And now, the commute. We'll turn to Dave Freeman for the report on that. Hi.
Hi, Susan. And if the Golden Gate commute is popular for you, no reported problems. It's a popular one. Southbound 101. Just solid traffic across the span. No stalls or accidents. A little bit of fog from Sausalito, but moving along pretty well. Let's check the Bay Bridge approach. Eastbound 580 east of the MacArthur Maze. There's an accident in the right lane. It has traffic backed up onto 80. Here is the Bay Bridge approach now. No reported problems there at the toll plaza. So some good news out of the accident scene. Upper deck into San Francisco. Solid right now, and lower deck there's a stall eastbound east of the Anchorage leaving San Francisco. Let's check Fremont. Slow traffic reported southbound 880 south of Mission Boulevard down to 237 in Milpitas. And public transit, Barton, Caltrain are on time, Susan.
Dave, thanks. And we're going to come back, check weather right after this. Dow standing at 35.16 at the hour, trading down 4 points. And Steve Raleigh back with us again to check on our weather.
Okay, Susan, thanks very much. Let's head outside, show you what we have. Sunshine breaking out all over the Bay Area, with the exception of the coast. Some spots still cloudy. Temperatures, let's go to those. 61 degrees in Concord, Oakland at 60. San Francisco, 56 degrees. Santa Rosa at 53. Forecast then, sunny skies and partial clearing at the coast today. Mid-60s, upper 70s, mid-80s across the bay. Then for tonight, mostly fair, low temps into the 50s, and we start a slow cooling trend, Susan.
Steve, thank you. And today's show continues. Hope it's a good day for you and a good beginning to your new week.
This News Center 4 Daybreak Report has been brought to you in part by Emporium, where you'll find great savings on every mattress they carry during the July Mattress Spectacular. From News Center 4, this is your 24-hour news service.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Susan Blake. Here are the headlines at 8:55 on this Monday morning. It is day 4 of Operation Rescue's campaign to shut down health clinics that offer abortions. The group is conducting a prayer vigil right now outside a Sunnyvale Planned Parenthood clinic. So far today, things are peaceful. U.S. Coast Guard is ferrying supplies to 3 rusty vessels this morning, caught up in a diplomatic struggle between the U.S. and Mexico. 600 Chinese immigrants are aboard. The U.S. seized those ships, you'll remember, last week off the coast of San Diego. The U.S. and Mexico are wrangling now over which government will handle them. The immigrants have been aboard for 2 months. Yesterday, helicopters evacuated a 19-year-old woman for emergency surgery in Los Angeles. And Berkeley police are looking for a gang of young men who've attacked and robbed 19 people near the Cal campus in the last 2 months. The young bandits wear ski masks or bandanas and have used a sawed-off shotgun. The victims have escaped serious injury. And the commute. We'll check in and with Dave one more time.
All right, Susan, good morning to you. We have word of an overturned car if you're leaving Tracy. It's located at westbound 580, just east of Grant Line Road, Alderman Pass area. Car flipped into a ditch. CHP and emergency vehicles are on the scene. Let's check also Oakland, southbound 880 north of High Street. There is an accident there in the left lane. Traffic starting to back up. Public Transit wins the award for no problems this morning. BART, all trains looking good. San Francisco Daily City bound. Let's show you the Bay Bridge shot. The incline upper deck solid all the way to San Francisco, and word 2 of a stall westbound west of Treasure Island over to the right side. And a last look again at the Golden Gate Bridge. With the fog, no reported problems. Traffic's thinned out a little bit from the Sausalito exit, but problem-free into San Francisco, Susan.
Dave, thanks. And we'll check with Steve in just a moment, see how long the fog will linger today. Activity's been pretty steady and moderate all morning long on Wall Street. The Dow right now is down 2 points. And Steve Raleigh here to talk about the fog.
Yeah, what's left of it, Susan, most of it's burned away by now. Let me show you, in fact, as we take you outside. We've got temperatures into the 60s showing already, 56 outside the studio right now. And as we go through the day, temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s on the whole. 68 in San Francisco today, 83 in San Jose, and then, as usual, gets a little warmer inland, 74 in Santa Rosa. So my forecast then for today, sunny, some partial clearing at the coast, mid-60s to mid-80s the span today. Then for tonight, mostly fair, lows in the 50s. Susan?
Thanks, Steve. And that's our morning report. Hope you have time to join us for midday at 11:30 today. See you then.
Insist on Jiffy Lube, where Pennzoil and Fram products are standard.